Shalom. I first and foremost all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Double honor to the Apostle Great Millstone. Citation to the Akim on the four corners of the earth. Today's motivation is the mystery of iniquity. The mystery of iniquity. When you read, it's like when you read in 2Thess, the second chapter, it talks about the son of perdition and that man being revealed. And that man has been revealed in this time, in this lifetime, which is the so-called white man. Okay? And it's stemmed going to from the Greco-Roman Empire, the Greek Empire to the Roman Empire now today. Throughout the course of history, you can only identify that man of sin or the son of perdition being the so-called white man. There's no way around it. Okay? Throughout the atrocities, the lies, the deceit, the rape, robbery, murder, there's only one person who fits the description of the son of perdition. Perdition means destruction. And that is the so-called white man. Okay? I'm going to go into the scriptures, and kind of, further prove it through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So, no further ado, he that has an ear, let him hear, This is 2 Thessalonians. I'm going to read into it. So, I'm going to start from verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So that man of sin has been revealed, and the falling away first was when we lost the custom and heritage of being an Israelite. Okay? We lost it back then, but we really lost it at this point in time when we went into the Atlantic slave trade. Okay? Everything was all screwed up and messed up because they stripped us from the knowledge of the Father as well as our customs and culture. So we didn't know who the devil was. We was being lied and betrayed to that the white man was our savior, But it said, lest there come and falling away first, which we had to go through that, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Right, so throughout the time of slavery, we was finding out that this white man is the devil. This white man is evil, this white man is wicked because what he's done to us. And not only us, the whole planet Earth. But see, the Lord always kept his spirit around because he had that turn to do that to them Edomites, So that man of perdition was revealed in the time of that turn. They knew. If you want to bring it back to the Roman Empire, they didn't know exactly who was the devil. They didn't know. Paul knew, but a lot of people at that time, they didn't know that white man or the Romans were the devil. Okay? But now we know because he's been revealed. Okay? And in fact, that son of perdition was revealed in the 1300s, or the 13th century, or the 1300s. I get that confused. In a time of when the Bolsheviks had came into play, that's when they were revealed once again. And through slavery and what the Bolsheviks did through rape, robbery, murder, and deceit, exchanging slaves with Cristobal Colon, that was identified when the scriptures told you Satan shall be loosed. That's when, started cracking off. This is Revelation 20 and 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. And there you go. Satan was loosed. That man of sin is starting to be revealed in his time. And it's really he's being revealed now. It shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the sand of the sea. So the point is how they went out to deceive all the nations. because they didn't want people to know that they were asleep. They kept on changing their names, they kept on changing lands or their locations, and changing other people's names and stuff, so they wouldn't, so the world wouldn't identify them as being Esau the Edomite and Satan, okay, or the adversary of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, they was deceiving people, but like I said, now we know who you devils are. We know who the son of perdition. We know the mystery of iniquity now, man. You know, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right. And that's going back to Revelation 20:7, when Satan was loosed. Cheshire Bozier. Okay, the first crime family, they were loosed from that prison, and they started hell on earth, basically. A lot of raping and rape, rob, and murder, deceit. A lot of lives were put to death because of their mission. Okay, simultaneously at that time, what was going on was Cristobal Colon was making his voyages over here to the New World. Okay, and was actually sending ships of slaves and minerals and resources from America or Canaan, okay, this land over there. Okay, so a lot of history has proven on who is that son of perdition, or that when it said the mystery of iniquity doth already work, because from the Greco-Roman Empire all the way to now, their lies has already took over the planet Earth. That's why the mystery of iniquity doth already work. You know, all the lies and deceit, those I know Revelation talks about the miracles, lying wonders and stuff. Hey, that's already into play. He that who let him now let. Hey man, it's up to the Lord to choose your delusion, to let you see it or let you not see it, you know? It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye knowing what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time, which he wasn't revealed back then, he's revealed now. But the mystery of iniquity doth already work, which I already explained that, I kind of pre-said it. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Right, and he's going to be taken out of the way. But first, how is he going to be taken out of the way? How did he get identified to the world? And then shall the wicked be revealed. And how was the wicked revealed, man? Let me go to a quick scripture. Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the wicked. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth covered the faces of the judges thereof, and not wherein who is he? So who covered the faces of the judges? I just told you about the Bozier family, man. He set himself up as the Most High and the Son, and as the prophets. Okay, the hand of the earth is given unto the wicked. So who identifies and displaying the trace of covering up the faces of the judges? The judges is the men of the Lord, the prophets, and Yahweh Shai. You know, who did that? When you go into the history, you find out that a man named Cesare Borgia, he was the face of the New World. Okay, the Renaissance period. Okay, so as you can see, certain things in the scriptures is identifying with history on what took place, to identify who is the son of perdition, which is the wicked. Now let me go back. Verse 8, 2 and 8, that's 2 Thessalonians. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, because First Corinthians 4 and 9 tells you that the prophets shall be before last. So the prophets have to come up, and it said, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Right, he's gonna consume this white man first with the rebuke and the condemnation that the Lord sent us to do and judge these people. Okay, specifically the 2/3 as well as the other nations, and the white man falls into that category. Okay, so the spirit of our mouth, okay, meaning we're going to be judging and tearing these people down spiritually, with the mouth of Yahweh Shem Shai, what we're doing with this work right now. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's when Yahweh ultimately comes back to destroy this place, you know? So like even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right. And that fits up to what Esau is doing now today. Okay? Now, Revelation 13. Because you gotta get a little bit of the history when you're reading it. Because back then, they didn't know that in the Roman Empire, they didn't know, like I said, they didn't know that Esau was the devil or the Romans were the devil. Now they do, okay? And that's because of the deadly wounds being healed. That's how they got revealed. This is verse 13:3 in Revelations, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. Okay? And his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And that beast, it represents the Roman Empire. Okay? Like it. When that deadly wound was healed, that's when they came back. When that 1,000 years had expired, and Satan was loose from his from the prison, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, which the beast was NATO, the European Union. Okay, the military European Union to be exact. European countries in the military. Saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And if I can look, I can probably find out when that all started with NATO. Just like it. European Union. It's like I should have known the date by heart. It started in around the I don't want to keep on looking through that, wasting time. It started around the late 1940s and 50s, 1940s, early 50s, around that time period. Okay, when that deadly wound began to be healed. Okay, but it's still the stem of the Roman Empire. Those same Edomites back in the ancient world. This is them all over again. That's what it means by the deadly wounds was healed. Okay. And let me jump to verse second. This is Revelation 13 and Revelation 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like unto a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. It's talking about the Treaty of Rome in 1949. Okay, when the EU had started back up again. Okay, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like unto a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And that's talking about democracy. two lamb. You know, when it says, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and that which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So the first beast was talking about the Roman Empire, whose deadly wounds was healed when they fashioned themselves and came back together as the European Union back in 1949, which is America nowadays. Okay. It's like I don't want to drag this out, but I'm just trying to paint a picture. This is Isaiah 14. Because now it's been identified who he is. This is Isaiah 14, and I'm going to start from 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It's talking about a difficult position, difficult situations, troubled times. It stirreth up the dead for thee, and it's talking about the other nations when it says stir up the dead. When you read in Revelation 27, you understand when it says that. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth it hath raised up from their thrones, all the kings of the nations. Because now everybody is identifying who the hell